It's very hard to leave AA for a lot of us, especially if we were fully indoctrinated into AA ideology and believed that it was true. If we believe that to leave is to die, essentially, if we know that we're going to get shunned by our friends if we developed relationships there, and that our identity as I'm an alcoholic became reliant upon the group. So if we leave, we think that we might relapse, we might get institutionalized, we might go to jail, we're probably going to lose all of our friends, and we're going to go through what might be like a dark night of the soul. So when I get a comment like this that says, yet so many leave AA, your position is a personal problem, codependency perhaps, there is a 12-step program for that. Okay, so to me, this represents a fundamental misunderstanding of what thought reform, mind control, or brainwashing, those are all essentially pointing towards the same thing, is. So yes, my position is, while it was a personal problem, leaving AA was incredibly difficult for me. So I was in AA for 10 years. I was a true believer. I thought that it was all true. And then I left at the beginning of the pandemic. I've been at AA 5.5 years, and it was incredibly difficult to leave AA because I believed the ideology. The indoctrination worked on me. My thoughts were reformed to align with the group think. I thought it was true. And then I had like a white light moment where I realized, I started critical thinking, and I realized that it's actually not true. I don't agree with it. And then the entire thing like crumbled down the same way that when I realized Santa wasn't true, the entire thing just crumbled down. So this personal problem, yes, leaving AA has been a big personal problem for me, and a shout out to everybody who is being courageous as fuck and leaving Alcoholics Anonymous, leaving a high control system that says that you will die if you leave. That is courage to trust yourself, despite all of the conditioning that you've been through, despite society still basically saying AA is the way through the propaganda in Hollywood, in media, across the interwebs. And you left anyways, you trusted yourself. I think that we're so courageous to leave AA. It is a big personal problem for a lot of us, and that's why I'm speaking to it, because it's a huge problem. And for so long, a lot of us have left AA, and we have remained anonymous, we have remained silent, we have allowed people in AA to shame us, or at least we've experienced it, or we've been shunned. And you know what? Enough is a fuck enough. It's 2025. Let's just align addiction recovery, and recovering from recovery with modern science, with like evidence-based things from 2025. So this part about codependency, perhaps 100% it was a codependency issue. I feel like this comment is probably snarky and an insult, but it also is touching onto, but I'm not going to assume that though, maybe it's not. But it's also pointing to the problem with AA, which is the codependency within Alcoholics Anonymous. Bill Wilson, there is literally a video, well, it's an audio put on a still picture of him, that says that he intentionally engineered AA to create a dependency with the newcomer upon the sponsor, and then upon the group, and then upon a higher power. It is engineered to create codependency or dependency. That is the entire point. We are told we can't trust our thinking. We are told all sorts of stuff where we need to surrender, we need to turn over our will and our life. 100%. The entire 12 steps are designed to create a dependency upon a higher understanding, a higher power of your understanding, or even a doorknob of your understanding. So yes, the dependency is a huge problem for those who are fully indoctrinated, middle of the boat people like me, former true believer, into Alcoholics Anonymous. 100% agree with that. There's a 12-step program for that. Yo, bro, no, like 12-step is a cult. When you leave a cult, you don't want to join their sister cult as a way to try to manage getting out of their original cult. That's bananas. When you're done being drunk on the Kool-Aid, the last thing you want is to drink any more Kool-Aid. Like when you're donezo, it's donezo. Just like I'm not going to go believe in Santa again or believe in Santa's elves. It's like, no, I'm not believing in Santa's elves. I know Santa's not real. I don't believe in AA. I'm not believing in any of AA's sister programs. What the fuckery is that? So yes, it becomes a personal problem leaving AA for those of us who really believed in it. Again, if that's you, I think that you are so courageous. Really, I really do. It was incredibly difficult for me, and I see you, I honor you, and it's okay to trust yourself. You may need more support. There's plenty of support out there that doesn't require you to abandon yourself, your identity, your belief system. That there's plenty of non-harmful support out there. And I think that we deserve better. Let me know what you think in the comments.